Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome back to Arenalacrosseleague action at Children's Arena here in Oshawa. You were looking at the Peterborough Timbermen to our right. They enter the game. They started out very hot. Came out 3 straight wins. They've lost their last 2. They're 3-2, tied for second place. We're tied with the Oswegan Bears, but Oswegan lost the earlier game today to Whitby, so that moved Whitby up to 3-3 and dropped Oswegan down to 3-3. So if Six Nations were to win this, we'd have a bunch of teams at 3-3, as Peterborough is 3-2, Six Nations 2-3. Over on the other side, you see the Six Nations Snipers. They have lost their last game. Six Nations coming in with 13.8 goals scored per game. That's 5th in the league. 15.6 against. That's 5th as well. And they are -9. That's 7th overall. So they are down a ways in most of those things. Peterborough scoring 16.6 goals per game. 1st overall. They are doing great offensively. Defensively, not quite so much. 16 goals against per game. That's 7th in the league. They're a +3, which is 3rd overall. So only 3 teams above 500 in terms of goals for and against. They would love to get those goals against down. That will be partly the job of Jackson Hayner, who you see to your right. And down to the opposite end of the floor, it's Dustin Hill between the pipes for the Snipers. Dougie Palace will take the opening draw for the Snipers in their white with the orange shoulder patches. He's up against Riley Morgan, wearing the Peterborough orange and blue, and for some reason the official thought it was a great idea to just toss a ball into the scorer's box. Sure, anybody loved that over there. Nate Schultzke with the first possession off that draw. He is chased by a trio of white jerseys. He sprints by. Nice job by Andrew Vradenberg to cut him off, but Schultzke heads up, gets over to Aaron Woods. Here to Austin Lamera. Here's Downey. That's Nolan Downey wearing the 22. Jared Downey wearing 71. Aaron Woods has been spectacular this year. That pass didn't connect, but Woods coming into the game leading Peterborough with 38 points, 18 goals and 20 assists, 9.5 points per game, and he's been as good as those numbers make it sound. There's Zach Thompson and Nolan Downey putting some pressure on, but good work getting it across center by Ethan Fisher. There's a quick shot ripped there by Jordan Goddard. Hayner makes his first stop of the game. Here's Jared Downey. Bomber with a little swat as he heads off. Now Downey off. A rip and a goal. Jack McAlpine with the first of the game slips it by Dustin Hill. It's 1-0 Timbermen. Just a minute 4 into this contest. Cam Milligan also scoring a ton for Peterborough. 9 goals, 23 assists for 32 points. Not sure if I said the total, but Woods with 18 goals and 20 assists coming into this game. Zach Thompson with 10 and 19. Jeff McNulty, 11 and 10. Howie Francis, who is not here today. Or is he? He wasn't a little before game. I'm not sure if he was able to make it today, but he's got 10. Austin Lemmer was 7. So Peterborough with a bunch of guys scoring. Here comes Six Nations into the offensive zone. Wes Whitlow leading them with 31 points, 12 goals, 19 assists. That's Jordan Goddard with the ball. He's 3rd on the team. He's got 20 points. He's leading 9 goals. They're getting late in the shot clock. Wow. That is an odd one. We're all tied up. Morgan and Palace again. Peter had to get one more out on the floor. Good job by the refs to hold it up. Make sure they had the right numbers to start. Jared Downey. Nice job running through some checks from Palace off the draw. But Goddard from Whitlow, those are some of those top scorers. Jeremy Bombery with 22 points. Only 4 of them goals. But you know what? John St. John entered the Oshawa game last night with just 3 goals on the season. He put up 6 goals and 5 assists. Fantastic game. So you never know. Bombery with the ball right now could take off. He has 18 assists to match his jersey number at this point. Here's Briley Maxwell trying to work his way through. Collision there. Tim Zimmel getting out. Oh, nice behind the back pass. Nice behind the back shot. Hayner just managed to keep that one out. It's a pretty play. Jerry Stott's way up high to pressure Will White. White nicely ahead to McAlpine. The Timbermen scorer bounces it up to Captain Cam Milligan. Here's Jeff McNulty. Penalty coming. Going to be holding the stick. You can see Woods without his stick, and there's where the foul, the infringement occurred. So Peterborough will go to the first power play of the game. They're going to go strong right with Lamoureux down low. Woods at the righty shooter spot, and Milligan will be up at the top. He's a great passer, so deceptive.
Six Nations penalty, number 77, Jerry Stotts. 2 minutes to 1 stick. Stotts, the holding stick.
You see who's over on that lefty shooter spot. McNulty's down low. That's going to be Zach Thompson, 14. It looked like he had 24. That's an over and back. It's going to be scooped up by Stone Jacobs. There's Travis Stotts killing some time, hands it off there. And Colton Armitage will duck underneath. Here comes the slide help, but he fights through it. Pretty good chance for Armitage. Didn't get through. The Timbermen do come away with it. Parker Sands, veteran alternate captain. To Schultz on the near side. Milligan at the top. They still got over a minute on the power play. Just 10 on the shot clock, though. Nice leg save by Dustin Hill. Went back to Thompson. That's going to be a penalty. It's going to be at least a loose ball push, and we are going to have a check from behind. That'll be Stone Jacobs going to the box. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for up to 57 seconds. That pass doesn't quite connect. McNulty racing down, but good job by Ethan Fisher to get it up into the offensive zone. We'll see how aggressive Peterborough is going after this ball. They're still going to get the ball back with a 5-on-3 if the Snipers eat up the full 30. They'd have over 20 seconds left on the two-man advantage. Whitlow behind the back pass. That's a pretty nice pass just beyond the reach of Ethan Fisher. Lamoureux takes it. 15 on the first penalty. Woods has Milligan down low. Thompson quickly moves it on backdoor. Oh, McNulty, good decision. Rip by Woods off the post. Milligan backdoor. Nice save. Dustin Hill getting across to Rob McNulty. Peterborough moves the ball very well on the power play. They are dangerous, but they are stopped in this case. Great hustle to get over the line by Jacob Killian. He gets a shot off. Note they're saying, yeah, they do say it was a shot. Long outlet pass. McNulty all alone. Big save. He's through the crease. He can't play it. They blew it down anyway. McNulty knew. Mike McLaughlin. Oh, he's going to rip one ahead. Nicely caught. Maxwell. So they're down to the final 30 of the penalty. Snipers can use this whole 30. Peterborough's going to have not too much time left, but they will have 24 after that diving attempt. $15 on the power play. 9.5 to go in the first as it's 1-1. Here's Woods. Thompson tried the no-look pass. Feeds it down low now to McNulty, who stepped on the crease line. You can see we had a perfect angle. His toe just on the edge of the white paint. Nice job sprinting forward by Andrew Vradenberg. Bounces it across to Jeremy Bombery. Bombery gets it out. Whitlow, nice little swim move. Gets that low to high off Hayner and out of play. Bomberry again. Lobs it over to try and get to Armitage. Holden Patterson, or Ryan Patterson, sorry, grabs that one. He's going to shoot, stopped. He had, who did he have with him? He had, that's Nolan Downey wearing the 22. But probably a good decision to shoot. There's a pretty good decision by Tetsu Yamada to shoot. He's going to bounce that one up and out of play. Tetsu Yamada, one of a couple of Japanese players who was in the Arenalacrosseleague draft. Peterborough actually drafted another one, but he opted not to come across and play. But Yamada, he's committed. Oh, Aaron Woods, terrific play, but just pings it off the crossbar. That is Aaron Woods to a T. Perfect timing, so smooth. He's not making huge, fancy moves. He just makes the necessary moves to get a space. Maxwell flicks it far side. Maxwell starts to head to the middle as the ball comes over this side to Armitage. Hayner's stop. That's going to go straight out to Bomberry. That's fresh 30 for the Snipers. Their offense is working pretty efficiently. They're moving the ball well. They're moving their feet well. Oh my goodness. What a goal from Tetsu Yamada. The one-hander finds a spot just inside the post. As we near the midway mark of the first quarter, it's 2-1 Snipers, 7:42 to go here in the first. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arenalacrosseleague action at Children's Arena. Unless it's very quick, the next stoppage will be the official's timeout for the first quarter. It's the first non-goal stoppage after the halfway point of the period. Sometimes that drags on a while, especially if there's a run of goals down into the offensive zone. He's going to get to Schultzke. Lamoureux. Over to Zach Thompson, who's trying to head around Vradenberg, turned him aside. Thompson trying again, one-hand shovel pass. McNulty to Milligan. Good idea to the far side, but just wide. 5 seconds left. Thompson's going to try and get one off. He does, but there's nobody there for the reset. So Travis Stott is able to head up over center. Hands it off to Jeremy Bomberry. Just getting their full complement out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Goddard behind the back. Armitage hits the cutter. That's a nice save, Jackson Hayner. That's a dangerous shot, but it's going to be picked up by Maxwell. It's a fresh 30. Fresh 20. Sorry, it's a reset to 20 in offensive zone possessions. Repossessions. Yamada trying to run downhill. Going to lose the ball. Gets it back. Behind the back shot. Maxwell stopped. That was right in the chest. Right on the Timbermen on the jersey of Jackson Hayner. Pretty solid trail check. The Peterborough bench wants a penalty. Sometimes it's plastic on plastic, sounds louder, but that was a fairly solid swat. That pass to Woods doesn't connect. Gets it back. Bangs one down low. There's a race to the other end. That one stopped as Ryan Andrasco went the length of the floor, and you could hear an entire bench yelling too many. I don't even know which bench it was. Who might have been out early? Well, that's a nice catch, Aaron Woods. Those little short hoppers are tricky. Made it look so simple. Dustin Hill lands on that one, and we get to 5:32 to go here in the first quarter. It's 2-1 Snipers. I'm Steven Stamp. This is ALL action at Children's Arena, and we'll be back in 2 minutes. Szulski with some pressure, but nice job by Colton Armitage to run through and get up into the offensive zone. Goddard around the back again. One hand underneath. Oh, Wes Whitlow. I'm not even sure you needed to do that, but it looked fantastic. What a play by Wes Whitlow. Goddard is loving that little spinning behind the back. Last week, Peterborough got off to a very fast start, and then really, was it last week? Or the week before, I think, when they were playing down in Six Nations against us week, and got off to a great start, and then or against Paris, and just fell apart. And a lot of it was just naked looks, just the defense letting guys get behind them. And in that case, Whitlow wasn't really behind them, but definitely through them. Just got to have some more defensive responsibility. Sidearm pass across the floor. Whitlow looking for more. Parker stands on him. Here's Briley Maxwell trying to split the D. You can see Maxwell's got a substantial size advantage on Gasparetti and Szulski there. And he powered through. Here's Zimmel. He's going to get it on Maxwell now. More of a matchup. See, Gasparetti takes away the backdoor cut. That was good. And then they kind of lose him. Got to play 30 seconds of D. And here's 5 seconds to go. Nice hustle to get through the middle. Good effort by Ethan Fisher. Hayner, one hopper, another nice catch. That one by Zach Thompson. Leaves it there for Milligan. He's got Max Skeen all over him. Woods to Thompson. Gets the pick. There's the roll. Angus Rodding. Oh, gets the shot off. A little short arm shot as he was being checked by Stone Jacobs. Pretty nice work by Rodding. Did a lot of transition last year. I think his role might be more offense this year. But they come to Bomberry. He'll tuck it down. The roll was there for Stotts, but through the that's through the screen. Not sure how well Hayner saw that one. It's a terrific shot by Bomberry. I told you he was going to get rolling. 4 goals coming in. He's starting to find his range. It's 4-1 Snipers. And the Timbermen, losers of the last 2 after opening up with 3 straight. Really want to swing the momentum, and that's an early jump from Riley Morgan. So it's going to be Six Nations possession. And Nolan Downey's got a point that there's nobody there to get the ball. Play could be blown in, and he could just take the possession. Pins Armitage. Armitage trying to fight his way through. Nice little pick by Bomberry. Armitage on his offside, scores! I think, yeah, Gavin Williamson is going to get his gear on. Backup goalie has his uppers off, but he is popping them on now. I think we're going to see a goalie change as Jackson Hayner is heading over to the bench. Not sure if it's going to be a permanent one or if it's a one where you give the guy a breather, but they're saying hurry up as Williamson is getting his stuff on. He's got the uppers on. He's got the helmet on. He's just getting his gloves. He's grabbing his stick. And here he comes. We have a change. Williamson coming in. 5-1 Snipers with 3:36 to go in the first. Palace trying to kick it ahead. Pops out. It's going to be snagged there by Caden Stanton. Nice little fake, got Downey up in the air. Now he's going to run himself into trouble. That's not where you want to be. Bomberry, great job to protect them, but it's going to be turned over. They say a touch, so no over and back. And now all alone, Williamson with the first save, and that's a testy shot from Tetsu Yamada. Williamson looked like he might have gotten a little piece of that pass. Now it rolls from in his crease. He'll come out to Jared Downey. Downey had Will White. He's got McNulty on the backdoor passes. That's a nice play. Hand save. Dustin Hill just throws that mid out there on the stick side. Stone Jacobs on the run. Oh, that's a pretty good move too. Stone Jacobs was playing very good lacrosse lately. Milligan. He's a guy who can get something going. You see that when Nick Baffia was up for an offensive shift, he lost his stick. Was looking to the refs like, where's my holding the stick call? Wittich running the floor. Leaves it there, and Goddard's going to slow things down a little, get the offense set. Coming to the final 2 minutes of the first quarter, and Wittich wide open. Wow. Williamson had to be sharp there. Here's Schultzke. Lemmer has help coming. Pretty good tug on the stick by the one defender. There's a goal. Lammer finds his way through. I'll give him 8 for the year. A much needed goal for the Timbermen as they find a way through that Snipers defense has been playing quite well. 1:38 to go here in the first. It'll be Palace again. And here comes Riley Morgan, strolling up from the restraining line. Good clamp. Morgan wins that one cleanly. Gasparetti. That's Joey Gasparetti. Lammer over to Woods, who gives it back immediately. Oh, Lammer is looking for another one. A little stick on stick. Oh, they score in the back door. McNulty. He is so sneaky back there. He just has a way of arriving at places at the right time. Looks like luck for a while. I mean, there's some luck involved, but after he does it for 10 or 15 years, you start to think he might know what's going on out there. 5-3, 2 quick goals for the Timbermen as they close this up a little with 1:20 to go in the first. It's a game of runs. You just don't want to let the other teams get too long before you respond with yours. Palace, as Morgan clamping down Palace trying to clear him, and it is Vradenberg coming away with it. Feeds it through. Nice job by Schultzke with the trail check. And Goddard gets a pretty good clamp on Schultzke's stick with his elbow. Here's Will White. Driving the crease. How did Aaron Woods stay out of the crease there as we're in the final minute? Up to Milligan. He was looking for cutters, but they were well covered. Here's Rotting with the pick. Oh, that's a high pick. I mean, here's the break the other way. Chance saved by Williamson. Max Skeen with that shot. Williamson's giving Peterborough exactly what they were looking for when he stepped in. Some nights you're seeing the ball, some nights you're just not. I don't know. It was a great night early on for Jackson Hayner. There's about 2 seconds more on the game clock than on the shot clock, so Williamson is just staying by his crease. 5 to shoot. Woods tries one that's well off target. He was well checked there. And time's just going to run out on the Snipers. But they have possession. They have a 5-3 lead, and they will carry that into the second quarter. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arenalacrosseleague action at Children's Arena. We'll be back with more. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to Children's Arena here in Oshawa, Ontario. 5-3, Six Nations Snipers over the Peterborough Timbermen. We have Palace and Morgan once again. Little face-off guys chat. Six are down. Oh, nice pop by Morgan, but it bounces off the ref. It was a good draw by Morgan. Just didn't go his way. Andrew Vradenberg had a great chance, but Gasparetti, nice trail check. Morgan is going to flip it ahead to Downey. That's Nolan Downey. Woods and the Timbermen O set up. Lemmer's pass gets through to Thompson. That's a big pick. I think Six Nations thought a little too big. It's turned over anyway. Thompson with the forecheck pressure. He strips the ball. Great play by Zach Thompson. Get it away from Fisher. Oh, and then he loses it the other way. It's going to roll, though. The 8-second count. That's so Thompson causes the turnover. Great effort by Zach Thompson. Austin Lamoureux. Oh. A little trip there. Rodding comes away with it. We go back to McNulty. Oh, now tries the far side. A little skipper. Just missing. It gets a little wide. No touch off the goalie or the post or defender. So when it's out of play, it is Sniper's ball. They come into the offensive zone. Whitlow gets it. Quickly moves it over to Bomberry. Pretty good defensive adjustments there. Oh, Whitlow through the middle, though. They feed it in, and he's able to catch it. What great hands in tight. Goddard up to Bomberry. Knocked down there by Downey. 5 to shoot. Oh, Williamson trying to get on that one. It's going to roll out. It'll be Sniper's ball and a fresh 20. Get a 20-second reset on offensive zone repossessions, or repossessions by the offensive team. We saw one in the last game where it rolled the entire way down the length of the floor. It's still 20, so they had to get up the floor pretty quickly. Sidearm shot by Goddard, stopped by Williamson. Gavin Williamson playing well, getting the rebounds, but boy, he's very calm going after those rebounds. I wouldn't be averse if I was the bench to say, hey, maybe a little quicker jumping on the rebounds, make sure you get it. Aaron Woods takes a bunch of whacks, flips it over to Thompson. Picks being sent by Reese Nugent. Thompson through the middle. Oh, he made a great play, but then just missing on the shot. Cam Milligan has to retrieve his stick as this pass is made ahead. Caden Stanton moves it to McLaughlin. They go behind the net. Williamson went up to try and get it. Missed it. No. McLaughlin's helmet, or Stanton's helmet, is just bouncing around. That's because his chin cup's hanging about 4 inches below his chin. Gasparetti thought about the pass to the first cutter. Wasn't there. McNulty flips it up. They get it to Lamoureux. Oh, that's a nice try with the underhand. Didn't quite get through. And now off the bench. You'd hear some yells of early, but that is apparently perfect timing as Briley Maxwell takes that pass in bench transition. Gets a big smile from Andrew Vradenberg. Not all that surprising. He's one of the smilier people you will meet. 12:09 to go in the second. Six Nations responds to a brief run by the Timbermen, who had a couple of goals. They get one of their own. Six Nations head coach is Darcy Palace, father of Dougie Palace, taking the draw here. Assistant coaches Vince Longboat and Derek Searle and Jake Henhock. Searle and Longboat running the bench today. Darcy's actually off with young Jacob with young Jacob Palace. I think pretty much everyone's favorite member of the Palace clan. The rest of them are great, but Jacob's a beauty. He's off playing hockey, so Darcy's there today. Snipers down to 8 on the shot clock. That shot's wide. It's going to be an over and back, but Timbermen were thinking they might get a chance in transition. Downey is going to chase it down. They'll start in the corner. Joe Sullivan, the head coach for the Timbermen, assisted by Mike Hayner and Jason Tasse. Tasse not available this weekend. He's traveling with the family. Rodding moved it on. McAlpine tried to duck underneath. Gets it out to Woods. Penalty coming, but it's going to be wiped out by a rip from Aaron Woods, who is on the board. It's 6-4 with 11-12 to go in the second. Great effort by McAlpine. He's going to have to go back and put his helmet on, get everything put back together, but he won't mind. So they get a goal out of that. Morgan diving to try and swat that ball ahead to a teammate. Schultzke gets after it. Goes, I think that's off of Schultzke up into the bench. They're heading after Palace. Schultzke has been feisty lately, and they're going to go to the turf. He's being dragged down and trying to put him into, what's that, the wrestling term? You get somebody wrapped in the legs like that. It's the, I can't remember. I did some jiu-jitsu, and that's what you're trying to do is get him wrapped up. So Schultzke going, Vradenberg going for roughing. And we'll be 4-on-4 with 11:05 to go and a 6-4 lead for the Snipers with Peterborough with possession. Or sorry, Six Nations with possession. Goddard starts with it. He's got Whitlow, no surprise. That's his righty with him. Just drifts that one over the net, through the crease. Whitlow's going to have to leave it there. Kind of rolled it into the corner. That could technically be enough for a delay a game, but probably good game management to not call that one. Maybe mention it though. Milligan had an assist on Woods' goal. Hands it off. Thompson trying to feed it to McNulty. Oh, great save. Dustin Hill getting across to Rob McNulty on a really nice two-man game. Stone Jacobs into the offensive zone. He's got Stotts with him. They're going to slow things down. Jacobs trying to give the ball to somebody. He does so. They get it to Briley Maxwell. He'll drive to the middle. Hard shot, but Williamson swallowed that one up from the stick of Tetsu Yamada. Here's a chance off the bench. Yeah, that's going to happen. Aaron Woods will score on that play. You hear announcers a lot of times say, oh, he's going to score on that 9 out of 10 times. That's not really true. It's usually more like 3. But on that play, I think I'm giving Woods 6 or 7 out of 10. He is so silky. $10:05 to go in the second. 1 minute exactly in the matching minors to Schultzke and Vradenberg. And it's a one-goal game, and Peterborough is looking to tie it up. Parker Sands gets a shot off. That's not better play. Didn't touch anyone. It's a good effort by Sands. And Joe Sullivan's actually making his way down to the D door to have a word with Parker Sands. I think it's a good effort. It might have been followed up with, you don't necessarily have to shoot that one. Not sure. I'll check later. Lamera comes up with it. He's got Will White with him. I think he saw that Stone Jacobs was there lurking and realized it wasn't going to be a really high-quality scoring attempt if you made that pass. Nice shot, Zach Thompson. Great patience. And we're all tied up 6-6 and still 21 seconds to go on this 4-on-4. Peterborough taking advantage of the extra space. Morgan pops it out again. Oh, great job running onto it. They had a player up in the offensive zone, but he went immediately to the bench so Lamera could come and get that ball. That's a great little line change. And there's Woods again, and he is almost automatic. That's a terrific set play. by the Timbermen. That's just so smart, running the guy off the bench to the O door and having Lamera come off the D door. 9:11 to go. That's 3 goals by the Timbermen on this 4-on-4, and it's 7-6 with 9:11 to go in the second quarter. Morgan wins another one ahead, gets it himself. He's going to spin away. Lots of help there. They get it to Downey. We're back to 5-on-5. The penalties expire 9 minutes to go in the second. That pass was a little awkwardly juggled, but they wind up with it. Rotting whips it across. Back and forth, good east-west movement. McNulty, I thought he might have that one. It was off either the goalie or the post. Up and out of play, so it's a fresh 20 and possession for the Timbermen. Rotting across to Milligan. Thompson gets underneath. Good slide defense. Nice positioning there by Jordan Goddard back for a defensive shift. Obviously knows what he's doing in that end. That's a bat over and back, and oh my goodness. Goddard had a glorious chance as the Timbermen just kind of a little asleep at the switch there. Not getting defensive position. But Ryan Patterson, nice job to hustle back and break up the chance. Kids, if that play is happening, you can't interfere with the ball, but you can go and get between the ball and your net. There's a rip from downtown. Austin Lamera buries that one. And we're going to see a goalie change on the other side as well. I took a peek over to see if Jackson Longboat was getting his gear on. He's put his helmet on. Oh, no, maybe he's not. No, we're not. I just saw Jackson Longboat putting on the bucket, and he's getting his gloves ready. So is he putting his gloves on, or is he just working with the face-off stick? He's just working with the face-off stick. He's got it ready. Wait, the face-off stick would be out there with Wes Whitlow. Whitlow cannot get rid of that stick quickly enough and get his own back. Goal scorers don't really like the face-off twigs. They're too malleable. Illegal pick called. Timmerman will turn it over. Wheels for Jacobs. Cuts to the middle. Oh, pretty much coast to coast for Jacobs, but he's turned aside by Williamson, who's really come on strong for the Timbermen. Reese Nugent will have to slow things down. Jerry Stott's watching him as the rest of the Snipers D gets set. We reach the midway point of the second quarter. It's 8-6 Timbermen. Thompson lets it fly. Nice save. Wow, scooped up, and Vradenberg is on his horse. He's got Bomberry off the bench, passes it to him. Step back. Good decision. Good decisions all around there, honestly. Vradenberg with a good pass. Bomberry. Shooting lane just wasn't there for him to let the O set up. Bradenberg's a pretty solid pick on Schultzke. Those are the two that were tussling earlier and went to the penalty box together. Six Nations calling for a backhand, but you can see the clear indication that I think Colton Armitage touched that ball, knocked it into the crease, so no violation. Timberman will continue. McNulty with the ball high. Wittich runs into Schultzke as he went to follow back, and Cam Milligan is stopped. Here's an outlet. Ryan and Drasko on the run. Oh, great effort by Downey getting across there. Oh, no, that was Will White. Nice wheels by White getting across the floor. Good pass through. Looked like Briley Maxwell was taking a peek. Check out who it was that kind of lassoed him around the neck a little bit. There's a chance for McAlpine. Oh, it goes away. Oh, and then he takes the shot when it's not really there. It's up and out of play. Is there a touch? Nope. So it will be Snipers' possession when we come back from the second quarter. Officials timeout. 5:54 to play. Peterborough's come back from a slow start to take an 8-6 lead. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action at Children's Arena. We'll be back. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. We're trying to figure out where the ball was. It's actually down in the Six Nations end, so they will make their way forward. Carrie and I were both looking around to see where it was starting. Colton Armitage comes up over center and snipers into the offensive zone. Schultzke was thinking about going for an interception. Ooh, that's going to be a penalty. Oh, it's going to be wiped out by the goal. If it's a goal, I didn't see the hands go up. Is that a goal? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, the one ref still had his hand up. There's going to be a penalty on Downey, I believe, as he got his stick up into the grill of a sniper on the pick, or on the check, fighting through a pick. No time served, as it will be wiped out. (8-7) with 5:33 to go here in the second. Both teams almost exactly at the halfway point of their average scoring for the season. Peterborough again scoring 16.6 per game. They've got 8. Six Nations averaging 13.8. They've got 7. If this one goes up, maybe they didn't count that goal. Well, they did. They just didn't put it on the board. Peterborough trying to find Aaron Woods off the bench. Pretty good job getting back by Max Skeen to take away that opportunity. It's possible it was 8-5 before. Now there we go. I thought it was 8-6. Now it's 9-7. Woods. He just keeps doing this. He just keeps doing it. (9-7), 4:56 to play in the half. Morgan was clamped, but it wasn't actually quite under the stick, so Dougie Paulus rips it out. Here goes Radenberg. Got Baffia turned around. Baffia, nice job, though, to recover. And they're going to have to slow things down a little bit. Radenberg staying out. No, now he goes. He and Stanton will head to the bench. Penalty coming to the Timbermen. It's going to be a holding call. I think it's Riley Morgan. Yep, Morgan going to the box. So it'll be power play snipers with 4:32 to go in the half. 4:32 to go in the half. Parker Sands and Schultzke will be at the top of the penalty kill. Trying to see who's down low. It's going to be Lefty Strong for the snipers with Maxwell up at the top. Whitlow and Goddard, of course, the righties. There's Jeremy Bomberry. Go behind the net. Armitage down low. Behind the back fake. Whitlow reaches around, gets a pretty good shot. He gets up and out of play. And now Baffia was taking off. Whose ball is it? Yeah, it is Peterborough ball. Baffia is confused because there's a discussion. It's not really made clear. So he takes off again. Great hustle by Baffia, but Peterborough really upset that they weren't informed earlier because Baffia could have been gone for a breakaway, or he could have got to the bench to spring somebody from the offensive door. Here's Downey going to penalty kill mode. This is Jared. McNulty with a dozen left on the shot clock. Right into the sniper, the P of the sniper. On Dustin Hill's chest, Jerry Stotts. Up over center, passes ahead to Jeremy Bomberry. Hidden ball trick was actually working pretty well. And you'd hear the Timbermen yelling, they had me. I had at least 3 people in the stands said, yeah, they had me. Somebody from the bench was screaming, and that was enough to let them know. Good hustle by Downey to get over center and fling it ahead to Lamera. Like that decision not to pass Thought he had Rotting for a second. 38 left on the penalty, 3:10 in the half. 9 here on the shot clock as Lamoureux hanging on to the ball. Fires across to Thompson. Schultzke's already out on D. Nice save, Hill, and snagged there by Skeen. He's going to sprint in the offensive zone and pull up. Gives it to Goddard. Jordan Goddard's a guy that you don't hear a lot of talk about, but you watch him play. He's just a really good lacrosse player. Backpedals, flips it over, gets it back. They've got the man on the back door. They tried to hit the cutter bomber through the middle. 3 on the shot clock. That's a hard sidearm pass. Didn't quite get to Armitage. The shot clock did expire, but the pass was made. The play was made. So they're going to have to keep going and get it. And Schultzke sprints into the offensive zone to get it. Hit the cutting. Milligan just misses. Got the shot off quickly, but not as accurately as he would have liked. They go behind the net. Milligan, a fast pass. McAlpine tried to be a little quick with the behind the back. That didn't get on target. Ben Wittich. 3 Timbermen jerseys between him and the net, so he will wisely pull out. Hands it off to Bomberry. 5th attacker coming out now. 14 on the shot clock. Hard rip from Yamada. It's off target, though. Gets up out of play. It'll be Timberman possession with 1:44 to go. Will White. Not really anybody there to pass it to. Eventually, he gets ahead to McNulty, who's under some pressure. Oh, but it opens up for Rotting. He hits the cutter. Woods with a hard shot. That's stopped by Dustin Hill. That's close to a back in. No room to work with. But spinning out of there is Andrasco. Sprints ahead. Hands it off here to Dylan Kuntz. Kuntz is going to stay in play as he gives it off to Goddard. That one hit Schultzke in the face. Pass is not on target. And it's a 3-on-2, 3-on-1. Timberman come away with it as we're into the final minute of the half. Got Milligan coming off the bench. White's going to shoot. Don't know. It didn't touch anyone. They have to throw it back to Jerry Stotts. Now plays being blown down. They're going to say, yeah, they're going to have to start back further. Yeah, just a bit too quick on the start. So Vradenburg will start with it. 47.1 to go. Full 30 on the shot clock. No signs of a 2-for-1 attempt here. So Six Nations looks like they're just running their O. They feed it through. It gets too far, and Williamson grabs it. Holding call. So it's Nolan Downey going to the box for holding with 35.6 to go in the half, and Six Nations will take their first half timeout, set something up. They won't need to bring Dustin Hill to the bench. They could go 6-on-4 if they want, but not sure it really helps. .6 to go. Dustin Hill is down near his net at least. Now backpedaling into his crease and to his pipe. Maxwell starts with it. They come back up to him. Pass across. Gets through. They tried to get it. That's a big hit by Jared Downey. Lob pass ahead. Schultzke. Now Peterborough can take their timeout. Or have they used it? Schultzke had a spot over past the hip, but Hill made the stop. 4 seconds left. Sands has to just let it rip. He can't get control of it. And we're going to halftime with a minute 24 remaining on the Timberman penalty and a 9-7 Peterborough lead. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action at Children's Arena in Oshawa, and we will be back in 10 minutes. Welcome back to Lacrosse Friends to Arena Lacrosse League action here at Children's Arena in Oshawa, Ontario. Palace and Morgan renew the face-off rivalry. It's 9-7 for Peterborough. They're shorthanded for another minute and 20 seconds. Fradenberg comes away with the ball, spins off, hands it over, and another penalty coming? Yes. Look down to the right and I saw the ref stand up, so you can hear the bench yelling, shoot it. Just get a shot on. Let's get the 5-on-3. Slashing call. They blew the play down there, and I think Joe Sullivan is saying, hey, we hadn't picked up possession. The shot was taken. The ball was not picked up, and Peterborough would have loved to have just smacked that ball into the corner and let the clock keep ticking away. Five-on-3. Wes Wetlow fakes the pass, takes the shot. He's going to point up. Jeremy Bomberry flips it back down. Nice chance for Briley Maxwell. Fresh 20 for the Snipers. Oh, that one wasn't in. It looked like it was going in, but Gavin Williamson somehow got a piece of it. It was 5-1 Snipers early on. Jackson Taylor just having one of those nights as a goalie where he was just not stopping it. So Williamson came in. He's been terrific. He is tracking well here on this 5-on-3. And Nick Baffia, what a great play to run through a couple of checkers who really weren't doing much checking. And the Timbermen are going to be able to kill the rest of the first penalty. Here's Reese Nugent. Pinned along the boards by Jacob Killian. How did he come out? Oh, the ball did come out. Nugent chasing down, but Ben Wittich does get across center. First penalty's over. There's 57 left. And the second one, the most recent one, looks like Riley Morgan is in there for that one. Here's Colton Armitage. Back up to Bomberry. Skip pass now. Maxwell at the top is a strong left. He's been the point man. Oh, nice shot, Bomberry. That is a deceptive little shot by Jeremy Bomberry. Had Williamson coming near side and slipped it just inside the far post. Power play marker. We'll wipe out the final 38 seconds of that penalty. And it's 9-8. A minute 45 into the third quarter. Morgan and Palace having some ongoing chats, and it's always hard to tell, well, sometimes hard to tell, how friendly it is. Like, are they having a nice chat, or are they kind of berating each other for what they're doing at the dot? You never know. This is an extended battle. Timbermen get it. They hit Lamera. Oh, that's a pretty good shot, but it's just a little bit wide. Woods will race in and save it from an over and back. 20 left on the shot clock. Woods gets a pick. He's going to cut through the middle. Well covered there. Lamera, though, bounces it home. You could see the attention they were paying to Aaron Woods. Really good work by Nathan Dean all over Woods, but Lamera says, I'll just take it myself, and he pounds that one in. (10-8) as the Timbermen respond quickly to the goal they gave up. Another extended battle between Palace and Morgan. And it's Gaspardi again with the ball. He's going to cut to the middle, shoots just a little bit wide. Race to it. Skeen tried to tap it ahead, actually missed it, but jaunted around the Peterborough player, was able to come up with it himself, gets over Jeremy Bomberry. That gets away from him, but he'll track it back down. Bomberry. He scored one on a beauty from about that spot where he just had the ball. Shooting around the defender. Now they go to Maxwell. Oh, good save by Williamson. Another one on a quick rebound put back. Obviously no over and back, so it'll be a fresh 20 as Colton Armitage picks this one up. I think that's an athletics helmet. I was wondering what that plain black helmet was. Williamson, that actually got past the front leg, I think, and looked like it hit the left knee pad that was down on the turf. Isn't that over and back? I guess not. Six Nations guessed it anyway. Armitage backpedaling. Goddard back to him. There's a shooting lane. Nice save, Williamson. Armitage, a couple of fakes. And everything just opened wide up for him. Now he drives to the net. Another save, Williamson. Boy, Gavin Williamson's having himself a game here today. Schultzke on the run. He'll leave it there. And Zach Thompson. Milligan coming in. Looks like he wants the ball. They're going to go over far side instead to McAlpine. Now down to Milligan. Not much opening up, so he's passes it across. Thompson, couple of fakes, swim. Well defended by Vradenberg. Oh, swim move again, though. The second one by Thompson really worked. And then he took a swat. I think it was from Jerry Stotts. He is not looking very comfortable, Zach Thompson, as he heads to the bench. And Drasko gets the pass across to Maxwell eventually. He's going to find Bomberry coming in off the bench. No, they're going to skip that over, and Bomberry's going to cut to the middle. Save Williamson. Becoming quite a refrain. Not sure the Snipers are hitting the spots that they want. There's a lot of balls hitting Williamson in the chest protector, but he is taking away a lot of the net, really moving well. Pre-shot. Looked like Rodney was trying not to throw that one in the last second, but he did eventually let it go. Now it back to him, but it's picked off. Good positioning. That was Maxwell back on the defensive end. Bomberry looked at all his options, nothing there, so he gets it over to the right. He's Whitlow and Goddard driving in the net. They pass it through. That's a lovely play, but stopped again by Williamson. Whitlow and Goddard, so smooth together. Here's Downey, 9:17 to go in the third. It's 10-8 Timbermen. Jack McAlpine across the top. Coming to Milligan, who fires one far side. That's about a foot wide. Unusual to see him miss by that much. He is a terrific shooter, very accurate shooter and passer. Good effort to get it to McAlpine on top of the crease. He was having to try to stay out and kind of reach back. Couldn't get much on that. Dustin Hill made quick work of it. Here's Stott. Handed it off to Maxwell. Pick from Skeen. Another pick from Skeen. And another pick from Skeen on Baffia. Baffia's going to come and try and lay a hit on Maxwell. Nice shrug save by Williamson. Nick Baffia's probably seen about enough of Max Skeen for this shift, for this quarter. Hard twister, Bomberry, just a little wide, and he goes through the crease. Timbermen get the ball back after an extended possession by the Snipers in the offensive zone. You got to back up. Close coverage by Jeremy Bomberry on the restart. Here comes Thompson, or no, that was Lamoureux gets that shot off. Nugent tries to get it back. Who'd it go off? It was off Peterborough. No, Peterborough screaming that it was off of Six Nations in front of their bench. Peterborough's bench saying the ball went off the goalie and didn't touch anyone on the way there. The officials there pretty close. Looked like they thought it went off the Peterborough player. Nice pass through the Goddard. Another stop by Gavin Williamson. Here's Will White. Got Thompson with him. Big hit on Woods by Vradenberg. Nice swim move. Thompson off the crossbar. Another chance. Zach Thompson getting great opportunities. Now he's on the back door, but they can't find the lane to him. It was taken away by Stone Jacobs. Goes to the net, pushed in the back slightly, but not enough to be considered an infraction. Here's Thompson again. He's thinking about the behind the back over to Milligan. Now he's just going to go the front pass. Either way, it gets to Milligan. Oh, his tip winds up with Woods. 5 to shoot. McNulty rips one. That's off target. It's going to be over and back or 30. And we have reached the officials' timeout in this fast-paced game. 6:40 to go in the third quarter. It is 10-8 Timbermen over the Snipers. I'm Steven Stamp. We'll be back with more from Children's Arena shortly. Pastor doesn't quite connect. As we're back underway here in the third quarter, it's 10-8 Timbermen. Schultz hits a running Lamoureux. Nicely, they did a good job picking up Rodding, who'll now get this pass. I think Jacob Killian really dialing in on the big man. Killian, one of the bigger defenders. Hard rip from outside, but that's stopped. Reese Nugent will race back to the bench as they roll it ahead. Ethan Fisher hands it off. There's Goddard. Whitlow kind of floating through the D, but you can see him probing. He will find a spot. Can't find that pass though. Battling for it. Tim Zimmel working to try and kill the time, and they will. They race the 30, and it's going to be Timberman possession with 5:31 to go in the third. Aaron Woods pulling it back near side, almost got it. That's going to be an over and back. Cam Milligan trying to argue it touched one of the Snipers. It did not. Gavin Williamson will just toss it to the corner. And Briley Maxwell will go down to take possession. That pass is just a little bit high. Maxwell comes up with it off the boards. Pretty good two-man defense between Baffia and White. Led to a shot late in the 30. Not much chance for Yamada, and Peterborough comes the other way. Will White hands it off. Lamoureux is going to wait for the rest of the offensive set. Woods will be the fifth guy out there. They're going to find him as he comes in off the bench. Or are they? He's going to set a pick. McAlpine ripped one. I think somebody got on his stick. It's a fresh 20. Oh, nice diving effort by McAlpine, but Dustin Hill was alert as McAlpine was being taken to the turf by Max Skeen. They get ahead to Stanton. Here's Goddard. Six Nations completes their change. Maxwell, the last guy, gets that pass. Low shot. Williamson smothers it. Goes straight out to Bombury. Another save. Downey gets it. Breakaway. Gotta go. Whitlow's coming after you. Oh, nice play. What a terrific play. Large part of the success was recognizing that Wes Whitlow was burning down the floor, trying to take that away. So Nolan Downey doesn't waste any time. Gets in there, stays on his offside. Nice hard fake, and puts the Timbermen up by 3, 11-8. 3:56 to go in the third. Oh, Palace swung his stick after the faceoff. Here's Armitage off the crossbar and up into play. It'll be a fresh 20 for Six Nations. .345 to go in the third. Here's Armitage. Sidearm rip well off the target. There'll be an over and back. Be Timberman possession over in the corner. Quick pass by McNulty to get it rolling with Ben Wittich all over him. Milligan well covered there. That's Vradenberg on him. Somebody, a defender without a stick. She's just kind of latching on. It was Jerry Stotts grabbing a hold. He's saying holding the stick. Should have called that one. And Six Nations scores at the other end. Length of the floor. Nice work there by Stone Jacobs. Always dangerous when he takes off. Two-goal game once again, 11-9. Timbermen with 3:10 to go in the third. Morgan pops it out, but it goes straight over to Fisher. Gets away from him, he recovers. Schultzke on him. Timbermen do a good job taking away the nearby lanes. Ten left on the shot clock. Comes across to Bomberry. Schultzke did a nice job getting his stick on stick. So that one gets up into play. The Bomber's going to come in forecheck. Make sure the Timbermen were alert. They were. Downey passes ahead. Lamera will just bounce one. Allow his teammate to run onto it. That's off the post and up out of play. Fresh 20 for the Timbermen again in the Arenalacrosseleague. Reset off an offensive possession. There's a 20-second reset instead of 30. I like it. Keeps things moving. Oh, nice shot. Lamera, that's at least 3 here in this game. Looks far side, pulls it back across the body. And it's 12-9 with 2:13 to go in the third. Both teams having responses every time the other does something. Peterborough had that one run after falling behind 5-1. Gavin Williamson came in, shut down Six Nations for an extended period. Morgan still battling for this with a whole bunch of white jerseys around him. Tell you one thing about Riley Morgan, he will not give up on a play. I'm not sure he actually knows how. We're going to have a penalty coming here to Nolan Downey. Tripping call. So down by 3, the Snipers will go to the man advantage. They go to their same power play set with Maxwell at the top. Looks like Downey and Baffia low for the Timbermen on the PK. Sands and Schultzke up high. Here comes Armitage. Goddard to Maxwell. He's just waiting for that lane to open up. Behind the back pass, Whitlow's looking for a return. Now he'll set a pick. Armitage rips it. That's wide. Comes through the bleacher, or through the rafters. Didn't touch anything, but it does get over and back. Peterborough's going to get possession. Jared Downey will start with it. Nolan in the penalty box for the tripping call. Cam Milligan starts to drive to the net. Double team coming. Hits Woods off the bench. Oh, great feet. They're very aware of Woods. There comes the slide help. Milligan behind the back, feeds it through Woods. And Woods just smiles and says, Cam, I should have caught that one. Goddard will get it back. Armitage is taking the long route round behind the net. Are they going to go to him? He comes out on his side. Knocked down by Parker Sands, and he and Schultz are on the run, 2-on-1. It's a shooting chance for Schultz. He's going to pull it out. Good hustle back. That Bomberry, I think, taking away the opportunity. It was Bomberry and Maxwell. One of them took away the angle. Schultz stays out to help out McNulty, and that allows the Timbermen to keep possession. They've got 10 left on the shot clock. To reset McNulty, what a smart play. They can now wait for a last shot as they kill the 25 seconds left in the Downey penalty. There's a sniper down the floor, so Timberman stays with him. 3 to shoot. Schultz fires it. Actually, a little bit of a testy save there for Dustin Hill. He made it, though. And we will go to the third quarter intermission with the score 12-9 Timbermen. They've got 13 more seconds to kill on the penalty. We'll be back to Arenalacrosseleague action at Children's Arena. Welcome back to Cross Friends. 15 minutes to decide a winner. A 12-9 lead for the Timbermen with 13 seconds left. In the penalty kill for them, Dougie Powell pulls it back, and the Snipers could have a chance. Sands kind of came out of nowhere, but good job to let him know. And yeah, Six Nations is just going to wait for Downey to be released. He'll come back and join the defensive group. Maxwell behind the back. Bomberry had Williamson down, just missed over on the far side above the shoulder. Goddard fighting through traffic. Nice job passing him on. Morgan hustles to the bench to get Milligan off, and they pass it to him. That's a great pass by Schultz. Pretty nice shot, but Dustin Hill equal to the task. That's a beautiful pass. Not easy to filter it through all those defenders. Jeff McNulty spins. It's over to Milligan with 5 to shoot. That one's off target. Comes back out to Thompson. Great pass. Is that good? No good. That was so close. Love the patience by Thompson to find McAlpine. Honestly, it's just after the buzzer, but even so, it's probably the better decision because there wasn't much of a shooting chance for him from deep. That was a great opportunity. No hesitation from the official, who was right in position to make that call, and I think it's the right one. Williamson handles that ball off the backboard, makes the short pass to White. Zimmel makes sure there's some space open, makes sure he's there for an outlet. Now heads to the bench, and White's going to do the same, getting it to Lamera on the way. Woods looking backdoor. Passing lane to Rodding was taken away. Now they can get it to him, but not in as dangerous a spot. Scooped up there by Yamada. Also played forward, but acquitted himself pretty well in the defensive end there. Sands trying to force something. Snipers maintain possession 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Little double clutch, and Armitage got a pretty good shooting lane out of it. They're really trying to put some pressure on. Sands, good play, just didn't connect. It's the right idea. Oh, it's tipped away by Clint Lewis. Sands bustling up over center. I'm not sure. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. That's Nathan Dean running Sands into the boards. Clint Lewis and Doug Pallas getting into it a bit behind the play. Officials jumping in to get between the teams. Aaron Woods, Jerry Stotts representing each team. Go over to see what the officials are calling. It's a boarding call. It is 5 minutes. Thought it probably would be. So that's Travis Stotts. That is huge with 12:27 to go and a 3-goal Timberman lead. They can put another couple on here. McNulty back from Thompson, back to Thompson. Righty strong for Peterborough as Milligan's up top. They try to hit the cutting Woods. Lamera, a nice job to sprint out and get that one. 15 on the shot clock. Behind the net, dive, dunk. No goal. Nice stop, Dustin Hill. Sprinting forward. Stone Jacobs tried to hit the cutter. Couldn't quite connect with Whitlow, but they do get it back. Maxwell lobs it across. They've got 17 left on the shot clock. You don't want to rush. You don't have to push too much, but you don't just want to let 5 minutes tick away while you're trailing by 3. So, bit of a blended effort. That one's picked off, though. Nice job by Downey on the run. Passes across to Schultz. Shoots far side. That's not bad. That's not bad. Loose ball push, and it'll be Timberman possession. They'll start with Aaron Woods. Milligan's up top. He's going to get the pass immediately. McNulty circling behind the net. Just kind of sneaking into the back door. Woods sees him. The pass is low, but Milligan gets it. Stopped by Dustin Hill just before the 30 expires. Not a whole lot happening for the Timbermen on that 30, but they've got plenty of time on this major. Here comes Stanton. Sorry, Stone Jacobs. Gets it to Yamada. Gets a shot off late in the shot clock. Peterborough kind of let him kill that, but pretty effective by Yamada. Zach Thompson takes a couple of swats as he goes through. Letting them know they're there. Woods across the top. Hits McNulty. We got Lamera down on the back door. He's going to grab that one after it bounced off a defender. They've got 5 to shoot. Thompson Milligan gets the shot on, but Hill absorbs that shot, keeps the rebound ahead to Mike McLaughlin. McLaughlin, the captain of this Snipers team. Whitlow tries to swim, well defended. They go far side. Decent chance, but just missing the net there. That was Armitage. Gasparetti leaves it. for Jared Downey, who hands it off to Thompson. People are getting the rest of their change out. Go to the power play. 2:05 to go in the major to Stotts. Milligan backpedaling, finds Thompson. Lane opens. He is flattened by Armitage. May have waited a beat too long to shoot that one and bore the brunt of it. Bomberry was there at the crease, and it's not there, so Jacobs shoots himself. That's a terrific play, Stone Jacobs. Short-handed marker. Use Bomberry as a decoy. Bomberry was very close to the crease. Apparently managed to just stay out of it. It's 12-10, 9:17 to go. Sniper's not going away. This looked like a great opportunity for Peterborough with the 3-goal lead in a 5-minute major. Instead, it's a short-handed marker to close it up in 1:49 to go in the penalty. 9:15 in the game. Schultzky shovels it ahead. Lamoureux's going to wait. Hidden ball trick. They know Lamoureux's got it. They know Woods has it. And now there's no hiding that Milligan has it as they get into the O. Milligan, backdoor pass to McNulty behind the net. Return pass. Dustin Hill was not fooled. Was there to stop McNulty. Milligan's shot at the top is blocked. Great hustle by Zach Thompson to get back and prevent a possible break. Oh, that's stolen, and it is a fresh possession, and Aaron Woods with the goal, yet another for Aaron Woods. That is a power play marker, the first of two. Pallison Morgan once again. Snipers had an extra player out. That's only one goal on the major. Peterborough can get another. There was the shorthander by Stone Jacobs. So it's a tie on this 5-minute penalty. Dougie Pallas pulls it out. He was kind of twisting at his stick back over his shoulder. Now it's going to be an over and back if it goes back. There's a touch though, so it's not, but Peterborough still gets it. Downey. Nice job to get it. Oh, good idea to get it to Lamoureux or to McAlpine coming off the bench. Fisher. Jordan Goddard taking his time. 18 on the shot clock for the Snipers. 30 now on the major. Travis Stotts. Goddard's shot is stopped. It's going to go straight back to him. Gets away, though, and Downey will get possession. Flings it ahead to Gasparetti. Nice catch down low. Great trail speed, but Gasparetti's fast, too. He gets that shot off. I'd like that respect from Stone Jacobs as they were both running into the boards. Jacobs actually helped Gasparetti stay up so he didn't get rammed into the boards. That is classy play. Here's a chance for Sands. Scores! It's in and out in a heartbeat. And Parker Sands in transition. Oh, it looks like Vradenberg's a little shaken up. He's limping as he goes to the bench. Are we going? They should just keep going. Yeah, it looked like they were having a bit of a halt, but you don't go to the officials' timeout after a goal, so we will go back to the dot. There's 7:19 to go in the fourth, so the next non-goal stoppage will be the final officials' timeout of the game. It's 14-10 Timbermen. Morgan, quick clamp, pops it out straight. That's that same play that worked earlier where Peterborough puts a guy in the offensive zone and then he jumps immediately onto the bench and Lamoureux comes off the defensive door to go and take that pass. That is pretty sharp. Lamoureux is pinned. Stotts is back out. Now there's going to be a penalty coming. I think that's McAlpine getting on the back. Yeah, illegal cross check to Jack McAlpine. – 6:58 to go, and trailing by 4. 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 6:58 to go, and trailing by 4 the Snipers will have a chance. And and we are at the officials' timeout with 6:58 to go. So it's 14-10. We'll take a break for 2 minutes and be back with Arena Lacrosse action from Children's Arena in Oshawa. Snipers possession as play resumes, and they're on the power play. Lefty strong again, but this time Jeremy Bombery at the top. There's Maxwell, who's been at the point over at the shooter spot. We come to Goddard. Very methodical start. Now they're going to go with 10 on the shot clock. Trying to get it over to Armitage. He does come up with it off the boards. Bombery's going to fire one. Williamson another stop. Swarming forecheck. That's off the post. So it's going to be a reset. It'll be a fresh 20. Nice play there by Dustin Hill. Young goalies, do that. When the ball comes, that should have been a reset. That should have been a reset after Bombery got it, because that's actually a good play. Dustin Hill didn't possess it. He just tapped it ahead. So the shot clock shouldn't have actually restarted until Bombery picked it up. That should have saved him about 3 seconds. Now they get the fresh 20, and Bombery's got it once again. Goddard up to Bombery. Did it get through? No, Williamson falls on it, reached behind with his hand. Nice roll pass ahead. Baffia just makes good plays. Schultzke at center. Great job staying on side under some heavy pressure from Jacob Killian. They get it to Woods. Goddard stayed down the floor, so it's 3-on-4 in the offensive zone for Peterborough. As the defender stayed, that's Baffia staying up with Goddard. Chance! Oh, Aaron Woods! It's like his goals are just coming on repeat. How many has he got? I'm not sure. Great hands and great feet to stay out of the crease. And the IQ. Short-handed goal for the Timbermen. Nice pass, too. Let's not forget the pass. Now, are the Timbermen going to do it again? They are. White goes off. Lamoureux comes. Actually, it's not Lamoureux this time. They send a defender out, Downey. Smart play since they're short-handed. Chances are they won't get the ball, but I like that play. I don't recall seeing it a lot. Backdoor attempt. Whitlow just misses. He's through the crease, so he can't take the first pass. On there. That's actually a good heads up. I think Whitlow did communicate because Bombery was going to pass it to him. Went to Goddard instead. It's picked off. They get it over to Schultzke. This one you don't want to shoot. Maybe. 5-goal lead with under 5 to play. Oh, nice pass, but Armitage just couldn't put it home. Gets up and out of play. People are taking their time. Nugent's up top. The shot there from McAlpine. Milligan, put-back attempt. Nice save by Hill. Penalty? No, not a penalty. It's a reset. Oh, Rodding is down. He's grabbing his knee. Play's going to be blown down. I don't know that Six Nations loved the play being stopped. There was no imminent scoring threat, though. And they're going to get out to Angus Rodding, who just went down and stayed down. Oh, my goodness. I hope he's all right.
Something popped.
That is a big old brace on there. So Rotting is up, being helped by Tim Zimmel and the trainer. He's obviously going straight to the locker room, putting no weight. He's just hopping on the right leg. He's already got that long brace on. Then Riley Morgan is there. Morgan holding on to the back of Rotting's jersey, saying, hang on, I'm going to help you. Love that. Riley Morgan's a great teammate. Good patience there. Like that play by Will White. Now he's going to go the length of the floor and scores. I was just going to say, I don't know that you need to shoot that one either, but if it goes in, it's hard to argue. It's 16-10, Timbermen. That's a bit of a dagger. 3:55 to go, making it a 6-goal lead. Morgan is back to the draw after getting Rotting to the dressing room. He's back to take the face-off, and now he's battling for this one. Dougie Paulus looks up, but Morgan pulls it out. Grabbed, though, by Stone Jacobs. He's driving to that. That's a nice shot. Stopped by Williamson. If it got to him, may have actually been blocked by Will White in front. Not sure. Here's Schultzke sprinting up into the offensive zone. And he's looking for his help because he knows he's getting pinned here. And I think they're going to let him just fend for himself, and everyone else will watch. The ball pops out. Lamoureux tries to get in there. And Schultzke's going to come away with this. And he's just going to get rid of it quickly this time over to Clint Lewis. Lewis shovels it ahead. 3 on the shot clock, so trying to get a shot off was McAlpine. Woods just shoveled it down. So as Lamoureux shoveled it down. He's having some words with the Six Nations players who didn't like that he took that shot, but it seemed like it was right at the buzzer, not after. It was close. Whitlow pulls it down, spins. Well defended. That's going to get away from him, but tracked down over on the far side. Maxwell moves it quickly. Here's Yamada. Williamson, another save. I mean, if we're picking the stars, Aaron Woods has to be the first star of the game, but I got Gavin Williamson at number 2. Here's Woods going underneath. He's going to step in the crease that time. Just enough. Getting enough of him was Andrasco. They hit Bombery off the bench. Another save, Williamson. That's a nice pass there by Travis Stotts to create that chance. Now the Timbermen pushing it ahead. And Parker Sands is going to pull up, get it to Milligan. Gaspari in the back door. There he is. Lovely play. That is just smooth transition by the Timbermen. 17-10. Timbermen go up by a touchdown. And the extra point. 2:08 to go. Peterborough is going to improve. I'm pretty confident to 4-2, while the Snipers will drop to 2-3. There's one more game this week in Brampton and Paris, I believe, tomorrow at the ILA. Check out all of the Arena Lacrosse League action on the Arena Lacrosse League website and the YouTube page. East and West games all posted there. Milligan tries to hit the cutter. Oh my, what a goal by Austin Lamoureux. That was nice. You can see why he's the first player Peterborough took in the draft. And the PM product with a great skill move. Good touch pass by Milligan. It's 18-10. Face off win by Morgan, but Schultzke step back And Whitlow gets there first. Another save by Williamson. Goes straight out to Dougie Palace. Reset 20 seconds for the Snipers. Minute and a half to go. No goal. Crease violation. And that one will get corrected. They just announced McNulty. No, that's Austin Lamory. You got to give him that one. Thompson leaning in. Gets away from Killian. I don't think the Lakers are in a big hurry to get any more shots till late in the shot clock. They've got 10 on the 30. Sidearm pass. Down to 5. Nugent spins. Gets one off. They're going to get a reset as McAlpine raced in. Fresh 20. And we're into the final minute. Joey Gasparetti is pretty happy to stay out by center. And the Snipers are pretty happy to let him. Peterborough completing their change. And they'll just toss it down into the corner. 37.5 to go. See what the Snipers can drum up for a final possession for them. Goddard backpedaling finds right past Whitlow to Maxwell, actually. I mean, over and back, and Peterborough will take possession with 17.3 to go. I think Jared Downey's just going to hang on to this one. And it's going to be an 18-10 win for the Timbermen. What a performance by Gavin Williamson. What a game by Aaron Woods. That'll do it for this Saturday at Children's Arena here in Oshawa. Thanks for joining us for Arena Lacrosse League action. And we will see you again soon.